Welcome to Books in Sum, your go-to for bite-sized book summaries.
Games People Play by Eric Berne, MD. This book bite provides insights on how to spot the games people play, such as the games couples start playing when the honeymoon ends, why people play Now I've Got You, You Son of a Bitch, and the opportunities a life without games can offer. The author suggests that people act from one of three ego states: parent, adult, and child. These states are developed over a lifetime and depend on both their past and the present moment. For example, while growing up, each child imitates its caretakers, and as an adult, they may unconsciously adopt this kind of behavior. The adult ego state is the source of rational thinking and allows us to make decisions based on what is present in the here and now. It emerges when we ask someone to stop crunching popcorn in the cinema or analyze a broken engine to see what needs to be fixed. Understanding ego states is essential for understanding the many kinds of games people play. These games are predictable interactions between ego states, such as scolding your partner for not doing the dishes or planning a trip with a friend. However, it is possible to free the child of these influences and return to the spontaneity of the natural child. For example, when a man flirts with a woman, the goal of perusing the collection of records is veiling the real aim: sexual intercourse. Many games are played unconsciously, with neither player knowing what is being played or why they're playing it. By understanding the games people play, you can free yourself from the ones that are holding you back. Alcoholic behavior is a complex game, with hidden motives and specific goals. When an alcoholic asks for help, she is often challenging the other players of the game to try and stop her drinking. This is the action of a rebellious child, and while the other players appear to be adults reasoning with the alcoholic, they are actually playing the role of the parent scolding the child. Spouses often play games with each other, such as Courtroom and Now I've Got You, You Son of a Bitch. Courtroom is a game where a married couple goes to a therapist to work on their relationship, but in fact, one spouse acts as a child and complains to the therapist about his or her partner. This serves to fuel the alcoholic's self-pity and self-hatred, which leads to more drinking. Social gatherings often make people play games, such as charades or catchphrase. Frigid Wife is a game where a woman sexually provokes her husband, but rejects all of his advances. Schlemiel is a game about forcing someone to forgive you, while Why Don't You? Yes, but is a game of sharing a problem with a group. These games allow the therapist to take the position of moral superiority, and the child state spouse to get a parent who validates their complaints. The game of Rappo is a twisted example of a psychological game where sex becomes a means of exacting revenge. The main character incites a sexual act, then accuses her sexual partner of assault. The game is about guilt, as the main character gets to have sex without feeling any guilt about being a sexual being. Another sexual game is Uproar, where the players attempt to diffuse uncomfortable sexual tension by getting into a fight. People with rule-breaking tendencies often play games, and one motivation is the desire to play C. Psychotherapy offers plenty of room for games, such as the game of Indigence, the game of Want Out, and the game of I'm Only Trying to Help You. Indigence involves the psychotherapist and client working together to make sure everything stays the same, while Want Out involves prisoners pretending they want to escape from jail when, in fact, they just want to stay longer. Both games are about the therapist's ego, as the therapist gets to keep a client and keep acting as a caring parent, while the client perpetuates his role of incompetent child and doesn't have to make any frightening changes. The most important details in this book bite are that games can make life miserable, but that they can also offer an opportunity for closer relationships. Why do we continue to play them? First, they are developed over long periods of time and have an important function of allowing people to interact without getting intimate. Second, they allow people to slip into comfortable routines and hide behind different roles, instead of getting close to each other. Finally, vulnerability and intimacy are necessary for true human connection. The key message in this book is that if we want to truly connect, we must learn about the many different games people play and become aware of our ego states. We then need to disrupt the games by dropping our masks and allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, and to do our best to see through the masks of others. By learning about the many games and their hidden dynamics, we can break free of their bonds and create honest, meaningful human connections. Actionable advice: help a friend help himself by offering a list of solutions and asking her what she thinks she should do.
We hope you found this summary helpful in your listening journey. If you're interested in diving deeper into the topic or getting your hands on the whole book, be sure to check the description below where we've included links to the book and other related products that may be useful to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our latest book summaries. And feel free to leave a comment with any suggestions or requests for books you'd like us to cover. Thanks again for tuning in and happy listening.